Hi, welcome to our Holy Habits for Incarnational Mission. This is Badoin, pastor of the ICF Wageningen. As ICF, we want to practice holy habits that will help us engage, love, and help those that don't yet believe in Jesus. Last time we talked about the holy habit of blessing somebody with your time, with your gift, or with some encouraging words. Today we'll be talking about the holy habit of listening. I will listen intentionally to people. We have Joel in our midst.
Hi.
Thanks for being with us, Joel.
Yeah,
Tell us,
pleasure.
where are you from and what brings you to ICF?
Yeah, well, I'm from the Netherlands, so basically, and what brings me to ICF is a long story, but in short, basically, God prepared me, or is preparing me still, for the international setting because I want to be a missionary worker.
Oh, cool.
And in the beginning, I was not that internationally oriented. And now I'm more and more get a passion and love for the international community. So that's in the end how I ended up with ICF.
Nice. And I've known you a little bit for a couple since the last year, and I've noticed that you are actually practicing to be a missionary. And one of the things I've noticed with you is that you actually try to listen well to people. That's why I'm very glad you want to be with our podcast today and talk about the holy habit of listening. So, what is the holy habit of listening? What does that mean?
Yeah. For me, the holy habit of listening would be taking the time for people to really understand their story, what they are telling, without any assumptions, without any um, prejudgments already within or during the conversation. Just simply ask and see where they're coming from.
So, why is this missional? Why would we call this a missional practice?
Mm. Now for me, it would be a missional practice because um, you really, first of all, what you do, just as Jesus, like seeing the person for who he or she is, and also because you spend time in or invest time in the other to listen to their story. They're also willing to listen to your story as well, and then well, you can talk about Jesus
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's fitting for the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And as much as you listen to somebody else, yeah, as much as you understand that person, where he's living, where he's itching to be scratched. Yeah. So I think it's both ways, understanding someone,
Yeah.
but also as much as you listen to somebody, they will be prepared to listen to
Yeah,
your story.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have maybe an example of when you practice the habit of holy listening?
Yeah, it's a very nice one. I think it was in my first year of my studies, and I lived at well, basically a hallway of 25 people, and I heard some rumors that well, people or someone was seeing a ghost, and well, I was basically looking around for the person that saw the ghost and to check the story. So then finally, I heard that it was a Chinese girl, and I went to her and asked like, "Hey, is it correct that you see basically a ghost?" And she said, "Well, yes." And she was a bit shy to acknowledge because it could be well a bit weird in a secular Western environment. So I asked like, okay, but what do you think um, those ghosts are bad or good? So yeah, what do you think about them? And she thought like, well, from my perspective, because she was Chinese, probably it would be from like a preset of
Or
yeah,
foreparents,
yeah,
ancestors.
yeah, ancestors indeed. Um, they worship them as well. So just to check how she would see them. And she said, "Well, I do believe that there are good and bad ghosts." But then I said, like, okay, so with this ghost that you see now, what feeling does it give you? And she said, "Well, actually, it makes me quite terrified to see this ghost." And then that gave me the opportunity to tell her the story about that I indeed believe there is a spiritual realm. So I connected on her level. So indeed, well, I think what you're saying is true, but I think also think that Jesus is finally the one that is the king of the spiritual realm and can and conquered also bad ghosts. So if you're afraid, are you open up? Are you open to me praying for you? And she said yes, and finally led that she also went to the ICF service, and that she joined the Chinese ministry for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very as well a blessing for me.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. And all that because you really listened. You took the time to sit down with her, ask her questions, ask
Mhm.
some more questions to really
Yeah.
find out what's on her mind, what's on her thoughts, on her feelings as well. Cool. Hey, what kind of say that I would want to practice this holy habit of listening?
Mhm.
What kind of skills should I develop? What should I think of?
Yeah, normally I think there are three components. You could summarize those three components in LSD.
LSD, like in the drug?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's easy to remember. So the L is for listening. So basically, just let them do the talking without interrupting, and just have the freedom to tell their story. The second component is summarizing. And basically, what you try to do within the summarizing is first you say like, "I hear you saying this," but you also try directly to understand what they're saying. That you just not copy, but also try to get involved in the story. So if I hear you saying this, but then I can understand that, well, blah 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 blah, which could cause make you feel to make you feel this way. So you also include that emotional or
Yeah.
feeling component as well, which we often forget about, including myself. But in the end,
So listen, summarize, and you summarize the thoughts and the
yes,
feelings.
yeah. Then you check to see if it's correct what you summarized. So is it correct? And then you can go to the deepening, in which you ask another open question to keep the conversation flowing. Basically. Yeah.
Listen, summarize, and deepen. Cool. It reminds me of I heard the testimony of a Dutch lady who was talking with another Dutch lady,
Mm.
and one was Christian, the other one wasn't. And the one that wasn't a Christian, she was talking about yoga, how much she was into yoga, and so the Christian was asking her more questions. So tell me about more. That's interesting. Tell me about more what you're doing and how does it feel? What kind of things do you do? And she's all talking on and on about yoga and the things that she was trying to practice. And in all that listening, at some point, the Christian asked her, "So, how's that working out for you? Are you getting the rest that you hope to receive?" And this lady said, "I'm dead tired. I'm dead tired from all this trying to find my own rest." And that for her was the opportunity to talk about Christ.
Yeah,
Where
wow.
Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Yeah, by listening.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Joel. I think this is very helpful and a really easy and good habit that we can all use in all different settings, where we actively listen to people. So there it is, everybody. This is the challenge for this time. The holy habit of listening. I will listen intentionally to people, and maybe with a little bit of LSD in there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The Lord bless you.
Amen.